What's going on YouTube? Blaze Shadowthorn here. I apologize if my voice sounds a little funny. I actually just got my wisdom teeth removed 2 days ago from recording this video. So my mouth is like a vagina. It's tight and bleeding. So, a little swollen. But anyways, I joined a new league. This is week 1. We're going against Justin. Not sure if he has a channel or not, but if he does, I will link it down in the description below. And, okay, I literally, he has a Kiram, and Kiram literally 6-0s my entire team, so I really thought he'd bring it, but he didn't. Which means I prepped a lot for that Kiram, which, it's both good and bad, because, obviously it's good that I don't have to deal with Kiram. But it's bad because a lot of my team was prepped for that. I specifically EV'd a couple of things to outspeed it, but it's fine. Looking at his team, viable lead is Rotom for sure, so like Volt Switch is like painfully obvious. I think I'm gonna lead off with Kinky Boots actually, and just try and get my my Relic Song off as soon as possible. That's my goal, because this is actually the pirouette form of a Meloetta. If you want, I will do a draft analysis later about the team I drafted. When I drafted the team, it's not the best team I've ever drafted. I will be honest, it is not the best team I've ever drafted. When I drafted it, I was looking more at types than anything else. The biggest problem with this team that I have is its lack of entry hazards. I only have one Pokemon that can set up Stealth Rocks, and that is Chansey, and Chansey is not the most reliable Stealth Rocker in the game. So that was the biggest thing, and then also the second thing was building a team that just gets 6-0'd by Kiram. So those were issues that I had to overcome. So now here, he could Will-O-Wisp me. I don't feel like he will, just because I don't feel like Pirouette Meloetta is common enough for him to Will-O-Wisp me. He might though, and if he does, that will suck. But we shall see. We shall see. Just gonna click that Relic Song. I did EV this specifically to outspeed non-scarfed Jolly Kiram, or I think I don't think they'd be Jolly, but like it'd be like mild or whatever, like plus speed natured Kiram would run. So I believe I hit like 318 speed. And regular or Kiram Black hits 317 speed if it's something or other, like, yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about, like if it's not scarfed and like plus speed nature. He does just click Volt Switch, which is excellent. I was really hoping he'd click Volt Switch, which is exactly what he does. I am actually an Assault Vest variant, so there's no cheeky sub whatever, but now he's forced to bring something in to deal with this. I think he'd bring in his Aggron and Mega Evolve. Aggron would be his best play. Now the thing I'm wondering, and I don't know the answer to it because I haven't used Meloetta enough, is does Meloetta stay in its Pirouette form if you switch out? Or does it revert back to its regular form and you have to use Relic Song again? Because if you have to use Relic Song again, that would really suck. Especially since I just got my stats boosted. I don't know this for a fact though. So we'll see, but I see no reason for him not to bring in Aggron. I will run a calc if he does and see how much close combat does. I'm thinking with filter and everything, if he's defensive, it'll do like 30%. But he doesn't. He brings Man, Bear, Pig, which is his Emboar. I think this confirms Scarf. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run a calc, and I'm gonna see if I can if I live a Flare Blitz from Scarfed Emboar. So I will be right back. Okay, so Flare Blitz doesn't KO me, but Superpower does have a chance, or Superpower is actually a guaranteed OKO on me. So do I predict the Superpower? Oh, what? Oh crap! I waited too long. I could have killed this thing. No! No! I'm so upset. I'm so upset. I lost Meloetta for no reason. I didn't pay enough attention to the time. I could have clicked Zen Headbutt. I was gonna click Zen Headbutt actually. No, I wasn't. That's a lie. I was gonna double. into my Musharna, but I ran out of time. That's actually my fault. That was entirely on me. I have to pay better attention to this thing. But anyways, I see no reason for him not to go Aggron right here. So I'm gonna make, not really a risky double, but I'm just gonna make a double into my Machamp, expecting Aggron. I'm actually a little upset at that. No, he just goes for Sucker Punch. Okay. That's fine. At this point in time, Dynamic Punch is just like the best move. Like, you click Dynamic Punch here. I'm actually a Scarfed Machamp. Losing Meloetta like that just sucks. The battle timer. Gotta pay attention to the battle timer. I thought I had more time than that. Like, don't you have like a minute and a half to click to make your move? I didn't think I wasted a minute and a half. But evidently I did. No sense crying about the past, I suppose. He should go Mew here. Or nah, he wouldn't even go Whimsicott. Like, Mew is his play. Unless he expects me to go for a Bullet Punch. Or not a Bullet Punch, a knockoff, which he could expect and just stay in. It's so risky, though. Why would he bring in... I don't know. I don't know what he'd do here. But he is wasting time now, I guess, running Calcs himself. So we'll just see what move he wants to go for. Yeah. I mean, like, looking at his team, Whimsicott and Mew are really the only things that can take a Dynamic Punch. Which he does decide to withdraw. He does go out into the Mew. That is fine. I just click Dynamic Punch. I want to see how much damage it does. I think that's not defensive Mew. That can't really be defensive Mew. That did a lot of damage. What this allows me to do is... I would just love to go into my my Volcarona here and win. But if this thing carries T-Wave... Do I risk the T-Wave? I think I risk the T-Wave at this point in time. I don't feel like he'd carry T-Wave. But since if he doesn't carry T-Wave, I think Volcarona at this point in time just 6-0s his entire team. He's also confused, which gives me that chance for a confusion hit, which is exactly what happens. Whimsicott is also a problem. Whimsicott is also a problem. I don't know if Whimsicott... No, Whimsicott learns Stun Spore, though, doesn't it? So he's probably going to double directly into Whimsicott right here. No, he doesn't. He goes Volk. Or, no, he goes, this thing. Now, does a +1 Giga Drain knock him out at this range of HP that he's at? I think it does. He shouldn't be able to knock me out, regardless, though. So, I'm just going to reveal Giga Drain right here. It doesn't knock him out. I think that confirms best defensive. But I should be able to tank. Yeah, I tank that easy. 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 Okay. He should just let Rotom die here. He should just let Rotom die here, but... Yeah, I have to click Giga Drain. I feel like I'm in a position where there's no real reason to predict. The risk of me clicking another move besides Giga Drain is very possible, because I'm pretty sure a +1 Fiery Dance would knock out Rotom at the range of HP that it's at, considering it, even if it's a resisted hit. But I'm in a good position right now, I feel like. So we have Volcarona KOs Rotom W with Giga Drain. So like I said before, Volcarona is my win con at this point in time. It handles the Mew, it handles the Aggron if I boost enough, it handles the Emboar, well, it doesn't really handle the Emboar, but if I boost enough again, all I have to do is boost enough and I handle everything on his team. Like Whimsicott. Whimsicott's a problem just because it could carry that Stun Spore. And if it does carry that Stun Spore, obviously paralyzing my win con is not the good. So right here, he could go Whimsicott and bank on the para. Or probably his best play would be to go Aggron here and go for Stealth Rocks, because I would be in a position where I couldn't risk him going for a Rock Slide, because I knew I carry Rock Slide on mine when I know, especially if I have, I see Volk, I see that as a huge threat, and yeah, I would not want to keep that thing around. So I would definitely stick like Rock Slide or Stone Edge or something on my Aggron. And if he brings that in right now, I know for a fact +1 is not enough to knock him out. This is actually a bulkier spread of Volcarona. This is actually a Jambad spread, because Jambad made a Volcarona team that I really like, and I've been using that for a while. So he brings back in the Man Bear Pig thing. Does this confirm Head Smash? I feel like I'm in a position where I need to scout for the Head Smash, so I'm just gonna go into Dreamweaver again. I only got one boost up, and plus I'm at a comfortable range of HP, and since he didn't get up Stealth Rocks, I see no reason to stay in here and risk the Head Smash. If he wants to go for like a Sucker Punch or a Flare Blitz or whatnot, I'm fine with that as well. So goes into the Dreamweaver. He does click Flare Blitz. That's fine. I should be able to take that relatively nicely, as I do. I don't outspeed this thing. I shouldn't outspeed this thing anyways. I'm just gonna click Reflect right here, as he actually decides to go for Sucker Punch. Why? You outspeed me, don't you? Unless you're running no speed investment. But still, getting a Reflect up is pretty nice. Definitely. Right here, this kind of puts pressure on him. I'm not sure if he'd stay in here or not. I am going to click Psychic, though. I kind of don't expect him to stay in here, but on the off chance he does, a Sucker Punch through a Reflect will not KO me, and I will be able to potentially KO him with Psychic, because Musharna is actually kind of strong. Musharna is actually kind of strong. But yeah, no, that Sucker Punch play kind of surprised me a little bit, because if I'm not much mistaken, like Musharna has like base 20 speed or something like that, I want to say. Maybe I'm thinking about something different, and like Musharna is actually like really fast. We'll find out right here if he doesn't click Sucker Punch how fast Musharna is, because I'm really lazy and I don't want to look it up or look up its base speed right now, pause the recording and such, because I'm a poor YouTuber and I don't have those fancy dual monitors to like look up stuff while I'm recording. I just have the one computer screen. I still use I have a Word document up actually for his team, because again, I know people like take print screens and stuff like that, but nah. He actually goes into Honchkrow, or his okay, that's fine. I'm at a reasonable range of HP. I'm gonna click Toxic because I want this thing poisoned. It is very possible that he is going to click Toxic as well. Or he might, no, he's going to click Knockoff probably. Knockoff makes the most sense. But he doesn't appear to have a Cleric on the team, so poisoning this Honchkrow, or not Honchkrow, poisoning this Mandibuzz will be very, very helpful. He is going to go for a Tailwind, which is fine, boosting the speed of his Pokemon. What? Why is he Lumberry? Can someone please explain that to me? That is like such a... I don't know, it works for him in this scenario, so I guess I can't be too upset, but that just seems so dumb. Like, of all the moves. But, whatever. That's fine. Do I just double Toxic here? I mean, realistically, even if he goes Aggron here, I have things for Aggron, so... he is just going to knock off right here, letting this thing get poisoned. Hopefully I don't miss. And I miss! Wow, okay. I see you, game. I see you. You don't want me to poison this Honchkrow. We are at, I'm really kind of upset at that poison. I'm really kind of upset at that poison miss. Like 90% accuracy. All I needed to do was land that, and I 1v1 his Mandibuzz successfully. But anyways, again, there's no reason for him not to go Aggron here, which is why I predict this and go for a Moonlight. Restoring my HP. He should be at T-minus 2 turns now for Tailwind. My Reflect wears off, but that's fine. I don't really care about that. Is he gonna go Rocks here, though? That's the question. If I was him, I'd probably go Rocks here. If I was him, I'd probably go Rocks here, so... I'm gonna go into the Boyfriend. And again, click the good move of Dynamic Punch. If he goes Rocks, that will suck because that would definitely limit the amount of switch-ins my Volcarona has. But at the same time, I can't risk him going for Rock Slide right here and just KOing me on the switch-in. So I am expecting Rocks here, though. He doesn't. He goes for Dragon Tail. Okay. That's fine. That does, like, 0 damage. And he brings back in Dreamweaver. Wow, okay. And Tailwind's gone. That's nice. Do I just set up a Reflect here? I think I might just set up a Reflect here. I am going to set up a Reflect here. As now he decides to set up Stealth Rocks. Okay. I didn't actually bring a spinner. That was the only other thing on my team that I'm not entirely pleased about. As I don't have I only have 1 spinner on the team, and it didn't match up well against his team. So not having reliable entry hazards and not having a reliable... Well, I have a reliable spinner, but it's a situational spinner. Bringing a situational spinner were the only 2 things I didn't like about that. But anyways, just going to go for a Psychic. I kind of figured the Dragon Tail was coming. As long as he doesn't Dragon Tail me out into my Volcarona, I will be happy. But I was about to say I spoke too soon, and here it comes, but nope. Honor Guard, I'm cool with that switch. I really want a Dark Pulse here, because Dark Pulse will do more than Fire Blast, but I kind of expect that Whimsicott to come in. But would he bring or no, he'd bring in Mandibuzz, actually. If anything, he'd bring in Mandibuzz. So do I Draco? You know what, let's do it. Let's just drop a Draco. I don't foresee him staying in here, not on a potential Dark Pulse Fire Blast combo. I'm feeling like Mandibuzz is his best switch, because he'll resist the Dark Pulse, and Fire Blast won't be doing too much damage. Little does he know I'm actually a Choice Specs Modest, or I think I'm probably mild, but still. A plus special attack, Nature, Choice Specs, Hydreigon. So even if he does decide to stay in here, Draco should be doing a decent amount of damage, I'm hoping. But yes, Mandibuzz is his switch-in, which sucks because this thing should have been Toxic, but of course, never lucky when it comes to that sort of thing. So, I don't know what he's thinking about. I guess he's weighing his options whether I'm going to click Dark Pulse or Fire Blast. I guess is what he's thinking about. I swear, if he goes Whimsicott here, I'm going to be a little upset. But I don't think he could go Whimsicott here. Not directly into Whimsicott anyways, because of the Fire Blast. Like, Fire Blast seems so obvious. Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz is your switch. Middle ground play. I mean, potentially he could go Emboar here as well. So there's a switch. There's the Mandibuzz. Okay, excellent. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Land my Draco. How much is this doing? Show me the big damage. Show me the Oko. There it is. The big damage. The Oko. Hydreigon KOs Mandibuzz with Draco. So he does go into his Whimsicott here. Do I have something? Do I have like an Infiltrator or a Sound type move or something? Anything? No, I don't. I do have Smile. Getting this thing Mega Evolved would be nice. Because then I can burn that Aggron. Well, he's gonna set up a Substitute here, or a Leech Seed. So then do I just go into Volk and bluff the... I think I might go Volcarona and bluff the, Bug Buzz. So then I'd be Quiver 3 attacks. I think that's my best play here. As he just goes straight for a Moonblast. Interesting. And he gets a special attack. The special attack drop actually doesn't even matter because he KOs me with another Moonblast. So there's legitimately zero reason in recovering right here. The only thing is if he switches, which I don't know why he would, I could get a bit more damage off on it, but regardless, at the range of HP that I'm at, there's no reason recovering. If he goes Embor right now, I could consider recovering. Oh, he taunts me. He actually expected me to recover here. But he did get that special attack drop, and since I have 0 special attack investment, I'm 95% sure he can live this, which he does do. I don't get a boost because I'm not that lucky. Yeah. If I was actually had investment, that might have killed. But if I didn't have that investment, I wouldn't have been able to live the Moonblast. So it's a win-loss situation. But bulky Volcarona is just like so good because you don't even need the investment. You just boost and win. That's what you do with Volk, and that's why I like it so much. You just boost and win, and there's like not much. Like once you have Volcarona set up, like rocks are annoying as you can see here, but even rocks aren't really like a solid counter. All it needs is one clean switch in, even with rocks up, and it just still wins. But I think at the range of HP that I'm at, I can live another Moonblast, which is nice, unless he crits me, which is also a possibility, especially seeing as the way this game is going. Crit's definitely a possibility. Another possibility right here is doubling into Embor, which since I'm taunted, then all you would have to do is click Sucker Punch. I'd be trapped because of rocks. That's also a possibility. That might actually be his best play right here, is to just double into Embor and click Sucker Punch since I'm trapped with rocks. And I have no way to defog or spin the rocks away. That would probably be his best play. And keep this Whimsicott around for later. I still don't know the Whimsicott set. All he's revealed to me is Taunt and Moonblast. Judging by the way he tanked that Fiery Dance, though, even without any investment, I would say that, and with the special attack drop, I would say, though, that he has some HP investment, but that's just about it. He does pull the switch. Can we see the Embor? We do see the Embor. So he is making the good play in the situation. Does my taunt wear off here? No, I think I have one more turn of being taunted. But if my taunt wears off here, that'd just be fantastic. But I don't think it does. Nope, it doesn't. I had one more turn. Can't use Roost after the taunt. So yeah, I'm gonna be forced to let this thing die off to the Sucker Punch here. Maybe I can live because of bulk, but I don't, and I die. That's fine. I could go Dreamweaver here. I could also go. I could make the aggressive play and go into my Machamp though. I can make the even more aggressive play and go into my Bayonet. But no, I'm just gonna make the aggressive play and go into my my Machamp because I feel at this point in time, his main walls are down, and yeah, just click Dynamic Punch. That Mew's the only thing that scares me at this point in time, and I have things to deal with Mew. Mainly my Mega Bayonet and this thing, but if he carries Will-O-Wisp, I think he's the Stallbreaker Mew set. That's what I'm expecting right now, is Stallbreaker Mew, because Stallbreaker Mew is pretty good. But if he is Stallbreaker Mew, then I have Hydreigon to deal with it. And since Whimsicott took all that damage, as long as it doesn't have a reliable form, I don't think Whimsicott gets a reliable form of recovery. So, especially since that Whimsicott's at around 50%, that's great. It means it won't be able to tank Dark Pulses as reliably, and as soon as this Embor goes down, I can reliably start firing off Dark Pulses. Because Aggron won't appreciate them, and Mew certainly won't appreciate them as well. So, looks like not bringing Kyurem's kind of. I was actually really surprised that he didn't bring Kyurem, to be honest. But aside from that Meloetta misplay, I feel like the match is going pretty well. If I do say so myself. I do feel like he's kind of forced to go into Mew again at this point in time. He doesn't. He's just going to let his Embor die here, which is great. Which means that's one less Dark Pulse resist he has. So we have Machamp KOs Embor with Dynamic Punch. He has Aggron, Mew, Whimsicott. I'm guessing he goes Whimsicott here. He does go Whimsicott here. Now, do I reveal that I'm Scarfed right here? I could, but I just have such a safe switch in with Dreamweaver. I have such a safe switch in with Dreamweaver, like, why even risk it at this point in time? Like, there's no reason to risk. Especially since once Whimsicott goes down, I think, like, I don't need to risk it. I don't need to risk it. Plus, I'm 95% sure Dynamic Punch wouldn't KO anyway. So, no need to risk. No need to risk. Play it safe. Play it safe. I could click Toxic here, but I'm going to click Moonlight instead. Because I'm kind of expecting him to double into Aggron right here, because Aggron is his answer to my Whimsicott. But he doesn't. He clicks the good move, which is Taunt. Nice. Nice. Good on him. Good on him. I should have seen the taunt coming, to be honest. I really should have seen that taunt coming, but whatever. I think I can live one more Moonblast, or I should be able to live one more Moonblast. And if I can, getting the psychic damage off on this Whimsicott will assure the KO. Which I do. Able to land my psychic. How much is this doing? Can we show me the damage? Show me the damage. Excellent. That damage. Love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. So far he's only showing me Moonblast and Taunt. I have no idea what his other two moves are. I kind of feel like he should have Sun Spore left. Like Sun Spore. He just should have it. He just should have Stun Spore. He shows me Giga Drain. So does this confirm that he doesn't have Stun Spore? I think this confirms that he doesn't have Stun Spore. So I'm actually kind of tempted to go back into my Machamp and just KO this thing. Because I know I can. Do I have Ice Punch on this thing? I don't think I have Ice Punch on this thing. What do I have on this Machamp? What do I have on this Machamp? I have Stone Edge and Earthquake. Why do I have Stone Edge and Earthquake? Why don't I have Ice Punch? These are all excellent questions that need answers. And I am tasting blood in my mouth. That's fantastic, but you don't need to know that. What you do need to know is I'm going to go into Smile, which is my Mega Bayonet, and I'm just going to click Shadow Claw. Because I see no reason not to click Shadow Claw. Once I Mega Evolve, then I can Will-O-Wisp the Aggron and Shadow. I think I win. I think I win this game. But I've choked games that were a lot closer than this before, so I'm not gonna say it's a snack wrap yet. I'm just saying that it's nearing the end as we are approaching the 30-minute mark. So he is going to withdraw. He is going to go into Aggron. That is 100% okay. Getting damage off on this Aggron is fantastic. Now, a good play here would be to predict the Will-O-Wisp and double into his Mew. So do I predict that? Because that would actually be like a Lord play right there. Would just be to predict the Willow right here and a double into Mew. I don't feel like he's ballsy enough to make that play. So I am just going to click Will-O-Wisp. But if he does, that would definitely be a good play on my opponent's part, is if he doubles the Mew right here. Get that synchronization off burn. He doesn't do it though. I didn't think he would be real enough to try that, but that was definitely a thought that crossed my mind. He is going to go for a Heavy Slam. The Heavy Slam is going to be doing next to nothing, which is excellent to note. I think I just go to my Machamp here. I need to preserve my Bayonet for later. Especially getting a burn off on that Whimsicott would be nice. So we are just gonna go into the Boyfriend here. I should be able to take something. He goes for a Toxic. That is excellent. I don't even need to take that Heavy Slam damage, which would have done a lot more. I don't know what he was predicting there. But he is definitely in range of me just clicking, again, the good move of Dynamic Punch. He is kind of forced to let his Aggron die right here. He can't really afford to switch in Mew, have that thing take even more damage. And especially now that I'm poisoned, he can't burn me. And he can't really switch in Whimsicott here either, because Whimsicott will die at the range of HP that he's at. Because I'm pretty sure Whimsicott's like really low now. So, this is excellent. This is excellent. So if I was him, I'd probably let Aggron die, and then I'd go into Whimsicott, try and pick up the revenge kill. Little does he know I'm actually Scarfed, so that won't work, and then he'll be left with Mew. Then I could let Machamp die and then bring in Hydreigon and win. That's what I'm thinking here. But he actually does decide to save this thing, and he does go out into Mew. Okay. So you're just going to let this thing take a lot of unnecessary damage then. Like another 25% of your HP is just gone like that. I can't say I agree with that play, but I'm not going to say that I don't appreciate that play. He is going to recover here. He has no reason not to recover here. He could Will-O-Wisp. No, he's not going to Will-O-Wisp me. He ain't that real. He's not going to Will-O-Wisp me. So, I see no reason not to double into Hydreigon right here. If he goes... Unless he clicks Dazzling Gleam, like, right now. If he clicks Dazzling Gleam right now and he hits through his Confusion, I lose. But he doesn't. He clicks Shadow Ball. Why Shadow Ball? What was Shadow Ball to hit? I guess Shadow Ball predicting my Bayonet to come in. As he Shell Bell. Interesting. So if he was Dazzling Gleam, is that offensive Mew then? That might actually be offensive Mew. But if he clicked Dazzling Gleam right there, then if he's offensive Mew, he would have won it. He would have won the game. Like, I couldn't have come back from that because Dazzling Gleam would have been able to knock out my Hydreigon. I would have been forced to go into my Bayonet, or I would have actually gone back to my Machamp, clicked Knock Off. He probably would have doubled into Whimsicott, then he would have went to Aggron. I would have been forced to double into my Bayonet, let that thing die, go back into Machamp, and then he would have had, and then at the range of HP that the Mew was at, then it would have been a Confusion game, whether he hit himself Confusion, because Dynamic Punch was doing about 25%, so I wouldn't say, if I take it back, he wouldn't have won. He might have won. He might have won. But at this point in time, Specs Dark Pulse just makes this game a snack wrap. For me, unless because he has to let his Mew die right here. He has to, because if he goes into Whimsicott right now, that thing dies. For sure. Specs Hydreigon, that thing dies. If he goes into Aggron, that thing dies. So he could go Aggron here, alternatively. I feel like he's forced to go into Aggron here, because Mew is too important to just sack off like that. But he does stay in. He actually outspeeds me. Hurts himself in Confusion, which might have mattered if he packs Dazzling Gleam. But that's why you use the good move in terms of Dynamic Punch. So, Hydreigon KOs. And my mouth is still bloody. I taste blood. But you guys don't need to know that. Darkness. So he is going to go back into this thing. I feel like I'm forced to go into Smile, which is my Mega Bayonet. Let that thing die to a Moonblast, and then bring back in my Machamp, and then click Dynamic Punch, because Dynamic Punch should kill at the range of HP that he's at. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't, right? Right? So, if it doesn't though, I could lose. Nah, it's gonna kill. I'm adamant. Max attack. Coming from a stab, 100 base move. This is killing. Yeah, there it is. Machamp KOs Whimsicott with Dynamic Punch. I was gonna say, there's no way this thing's not killing. And that is the snack wrap. Now I can successfully say it's a snack wrap because of the range of HP that his Aggron's at. It is burned. I have a Scarf Machamp, and if for some reason Machamp doesn't secure the KO with this Dynamic Punch, I have a Specs Hydreigon I just bring in here and Dank Pulse it to Oblivion. So hopefully you guys did enjoy these week 1 of the league. that's going to be a 2-0 victory in our favor. Possibly a 1-0, depending on if this thing lives and it kills me off, but I don't think it will. So I'm going to call it a 2-0. Not bad start to the series, or the season for the Florida Farfetches. So, yeah, that is it. We will say GG to our opponent. Machamp KOs Aggron with Dynamic Punch. We will save the video because I think we have to for prosperity's sake. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode whenever that comes out. Bye.